Hey, did you think that war was necessary back then?
Which war?
See?
Like Civil War, Revolutionary War?
Do I think that war in general?
Probably
is
the
necessary?
Revolutionary War, because I didn't really comment on the Revolutionary War.
Like, was it necessary back then? Like, any of the wars?
War is never necessary to my belief. I think it's a lack of complete communication from both parties. So I think anything can be resolved with the right amount of communication. Some people are more stubborn than others. Some people give, some people take. But, I mean, necessary? I don't think it's ever necessary. Does it happen? Yes. When it happens, is there good reason behind it? Yes. Some would say no. You don't have to use brute force to take over something, but you know, that's the law of man. It's kill or be killed. Divide and conquer.
Excuse me.
Is that good enough for you?
I already said my piece on it. I didn't have too much to say on the Revolutionary War.
Like when it was fought for, like when the British colony had control.
Talking about the Tea Party?
Yeah, the Boston Tea Party, something.
Well, see, that's what they're saying.
Like the Revolutionary War,
Yeah,
when we fought to become the country that we
that's
are
what they're
today.
saying, that was almost a waste and a joke, because what they fought for back then is what's going on right now. You fought for freedom, you fought for all this, you fought for not to be taxed out the ass, and that's what's going on right now. You've been taxed out the ass for dumb shit. You got your property tax, you got city tax, you got water tax, you got garbage tax,
Sales.
you got sales tax, you got tax for anything that you do. You got income tax. How you gonna tax me on my income? I work hard to get what I want, but every time I get a paycheck, the government gets some of it? That's bullshit. We back to the Boston Tea Party. It's like history's repeating itself. So how we fight that now? We go to war to take away all the taxes? There's countries that don't pay taxes. There's countries that the government actually takes care of the whole city, the state, or whatever. They pay for their health and all that. They go to work, they keep all their money, and it's one of the richest countries in the world. What country is that? It's somewhere, it's not India, it's somewhere northeastern, somewhere over there. Okay, and it's one of the richest countries in the world. It's somewhere over in India, somewhere.
Dubai.
They pay for nothing. They go to work and get all their money, and the government pays for their health insurance, all that. So if that can be done, why is it not being done everywhere? There's no reason for us to have health insurance that we have to pay for. If they rotated the money the way it's supposed to be rotated, this is supposed to be the richest country, and it's not. We're bankrupt, and people act like they don't know that. But there is no money. I want to go to Fort Knox and see what's in there, because I don't think nothing in there. Go get me the broom, dearest. Fort Knox is supposed to be where all the gold's at. I want to see. Take me. I want to go on a tour, because I don't think nothing in there. I think they lied. You know who owned Fort Knox? The banks, Wells Fargo, and the Rockefellers, and all them. They control that.
Like, do you think it would be better if we just like talked it out instead of like fighting it or anything?
Talking ain't gonna do nothing. Like he said, it's killed or be killed. That's what they tried with the Civil War and the civil rights and all that. They didn't fight, they marched and all that. And where did that get you? They got you Martin Luther King being assassinated. So that showed you that talking don't do nothing. And they did all that, and we still in slavery on the down low. They cover it up. They do racism by your name. If your mama to name you Shanika, you ain't got a prayer in this world. Because as soon as they see that name, I'm like, oh, they black. Next one. Next application. You being judged and you don't even know it. You being judged by your name. They don't even see you. They ain't even gonna call you for an interview because your name's Shaniqua. Somebody Baca, Porsche. Who names their kids after cars? That's the dumbest shit ever. You might as well just go back to Shaka Zulu if you want to do all that. Be real with it. Name me Shaka Zulu so they know I'm black. Them damn Shaniqua. Who came up with that shit? That don't even got no meaning to it. At least Shaka Zulu and all that got meaning. You can look that up. And it's got African meaning. It might mean great warrior or something. I don't know. But I know Shaniqua don't need nothing but black hoe. Shit. I'm just saying. You got some girls that's got these certain names, and then it'll say, you pull up the name, and that name matched that girl.
True story.
It matches. You can look up Lenise and what was the other one? I can't think of all the names that they had. And I was like, damn, that's true. It's true. That's all.
So most people think that war would be necessary to consider that. To show that we're tough and strong.
Again, that just goes back to who's the king of the jungle. You know, the lion got to fight, but he only fight when he's being threatened, and that's how it should be. If you threatening my home or my country, then if it takes me to fight you, to get you to back down, then yeah, but I'm not going to be the one to throw the first throw. I'm not going to fight nobody over no words.
I'm not going to somebody else's castle I got my own castle to worry about, so I'm not trying to take somebody else's castle. I think there should be more of that. People taking the time to keep their castle together, but everybody's feelings always getting all mixed up about simple
stuff. It ain't no feelings. It's about control.
Well,
everybody want to control something.
Feelings in the sense of
they want something that somebody else got. Be appreciative about what you got.
If I got a hut and you got a hut, but I go to your hut and you got a lantern, all of a sudden I want a lantern. And if I can't get one,
I'm going to take yours.
I'm going to at least plot on how to take yours. If I know, or at least figure out how to merge with you or something. If I can't talk you into letting me get the information to make my own lantern or sharing your lantern, then yeah, especially based on necessity. If the lantern was a necessity-based item, then yes. In that dog eat dog, king of the jungle type of world, somebody usually is going to try to take it.
Yeah, instead of compromise and say, well, what can we do? Can we share? Can I get it 3 days a week? Anything like that, but nobody don't want to compromise. Nobody don't want to share. Everybody just want to take control.
Me.
Even with relationships, there's always somebody prettier, smarter, fatter, skinnier than the next person. But instead of you, like you said, instead of you asking for information to get or to do what they're doing, they just want to take it. Just want to take it. I want your wife because she looks better than mine. So I'm going to figure out how to get your wife.
So you're saying like war, like the main cause of war would be like jealousy?
Yeah.
A lot of the feelings, yep. Misplaced trust, jealousy, you know.
And feelings is nothing. I mean, I don't mean that it's nothing, but it's nothing that you can touch.
It shouldn't be something, feelings shouldn't be something that you...
It's in the air. You're fighting over something that you can't touch. Like you fighting over the air. It's like fear. They said nothing to fear but fear itself. Okay? You having a war over fear. Fear is an emotion. It's nothing that you can touch. So how you fighting me over something like this? Says sticks and stones may break my bone, but words can never hurt me. Words is hurting everybody. It's a word. It's nothing concrete. It's something you write down, something that you say. It ain't nothing that you can touch. So it's dumb, it's stupid. You want to fight me because I said you ugly? Well, that's just my opinion.
There he was overreacting.
Yeah.
That's a lot of what feelings tend to devolve around or evolve around is overreactions.
There's gonna be a couple of Q-tips.
A lot of people's feelings get channeled in the wrong way because they overreacted or they overthought something and they didn't put the right amount of thought into the right place, and then they tend to, do things that aren't accustomed to something that they would normally do. Become violent, become loud or anxious, obnoxious, and put themselves in a position where they make someone else uncomfortable. And that's, now my feelings are being subjected to your feelings, and I have to regulate that. And what I went back to earlier, or going back to what I said earlier, communication. Even when I know your feelings are out of place, I have a choice to control my feelings and to communicate with you thoroughly or half-assed and work the problem out. Sometimes some problems can't be worked out. Some people choose to take physical violence into account when they want to work their problems out.
It's like the guy that shot the preacher and the people in the church. I don't know if it's true, but come to find out, the reason why he did it, because his girlfriend broke up with him, was dating a black dude.
Is it Dylan Roof?
Yeah.
The little young dude?
Yes.
It's unfortunate.
They were saying it was like a hate crime, but it was deeper than that.
Love.
Yep. Emotion.
Emotions. Your feelings. His feelings was hurt. He ain't have nobody to talk to. Miscommunication.
Look at my phone, Darius. Let me see where Lisa at, because she running close.
I was just going to look outside.
No, she gotta come over and get her money. She know I leave for work.
This money right here?
Yep.
Let me hold on to it.
No, because it ain't all her. Okay, Darius.
So, like, final decision: is war necessary or
Yes and no. It's necessary if the results are a positive result for everybody involved, not just for a part of the people. Like unions and striking. If everybody come together and decide that for the good of the cause, then yeah. Then war is good if it's for the good of the cause, if it's for everybody. If everybody has come to an agreement that this is what we're going to do, and if they can't do that without going to war, then yeah. I mean, if it's detrimental to people's lives and their welfare, then yeah. But if it's just because they want to control the oil or the gas, then no, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Because you just want to control other countries. You want what they got. That goes back to that. Wanting what somebody else got. Because you don't want to pay for it. You just want to take it. And that's how this country is ran. It's ran by wanting to take stuff. They don't want to pay for it. They want to control it. It's monopoly. They want to buy up all the properties around them and then control how much you're going to pay for rent.
Water's supposed to be free. I've never have understood that.
It's not, the water is not free. It's the process. Yes, it's the process of making the water drinkable.
I know.
like
That
several.
you're paying for. Took me a minute to get to.
But instead of them,
Pretty soon they're gonna charge you for air.
that's,
Like there's several like companies that sell water in bottles.
oh yeah.
Well, you stupid enough to buy it and think that one bottled water is better than the other. That's so dumb. That's the easiest con that they done came up with. I'm gonna buy this water because it costs $5 because they said it's better.
It's triple purified, not
Yeah.
just double purified.
What did y'all do to make your water more purified than that? If that's the case, this is right here. If you have a process that's better than my process, then why don't the government buy it from me so everybody can have that in their house? Why should I have to go to the grocery store to get some better water than I'm getting out of my faucet? That makes no sense.
None.
Why are you not selling that to the government? Well, the government, this is what I'm doing, and this is why my water is better than yours. Let's let everybody have that water, and I can become a billionaire overnight. I ain't got to keep processing it because I gave it to y'all, and now I can just sit back and watch y'all make the water, and I already got my money. And matter of fact, I'll make sure I get a percent of every time y'all get paid, I get paid. That makes sense to me. Now, it's like Shark Tank. Now, I ain't got to process it no more. I just sit back and let the checks roll in. That's what makes sense to me. So I don't understand why the bottling water companies ain't all of that and done it themselves.
I think it could be just as simple as fixing the plumbing to the houses and each house have its own filtration system.
Yeah, so you have to go and buy one.
You pay for the type of filtration system that you want for your house. If you want a higher grade one, you can buy a higher grade filtration system. If you want
And it
a lower
shouldn't be
grade,
no cost to me.
I mean, only cost to you as far as what grade you want. You can have a standard, you can have a middle, and have an upper class one. As far
See, that's where you breaking down the classes again. Everybody should have the same type of water. I shouldn't have to go and buy a certain filtration system because I want my water to be better than yours.
I'm saying you
paying
have that
for the
option.
process anyway, so give me a good process where I don't have to pay by the water. I don't have to boil my water before I drink it.
In the conversation of the free market, I understand that, and I'm just taking that a step further in the sense with the 3 stages, saying that maybe I don't, or maybe my particular job or area, as long as I'm getting the same bare minimum standard quality as everyone else. If you pay for a higher grade one, then it really is no consequence to me as long as I have a good standard. If I can afford to get a higher standard, then I can also.
I'm seeing all kind of shit on the floor. I don't even know what that is. Something that was flying and somebody killed it. I'm sitting here getting grossed out.
Let's end it with this. Herman,
Yes.
you answer this question.
Don't put this on YouTube.
Why? Do you think war is unnecessary or necessary?
That's a kind of a loaded question. I think it's a little bit more complicated than necessary or unnecessary. You have necessary evils, so in that sense, yes, it is necessary because it's one of those necessary evils where sometimes you do have those people who want to take control over something else, and if it's you that is the aggressor, I at some point have to protect myself if I want to live. So, in that form, yeah, war is necessary. I'm not going to say there's always someone out there trying to take what you have, but chances are, generally, there is someone always out there trying to take what you have.
Always somebody out there trying to take what you got. I don't care what it is.
Yeah, to answer your question, war is necessary.
Like, it wouldn't, again, necessarily like be a loaded question. Like, because like it can be a loaded question, but at the same time it can't. Like,
right. It's one of those double-edged swords, and the vice versa. It's unnecessary in the sense of I don't truly believe there is no problem that can't be derived from good communication. So it's about what you're willing to put into the problem to get it fixed for the results to come out. You can't halfway with someone and then expect the best results. If you want the best result, then you have to put that time, effort, and energy into it. If the general populace did take that into consideration, there would be a lot less war, and there would even eradicate war for people to actually bite off some of their envy and jealousy and be able to be a little bit more humble. You can get a lot more things across to people when you can look them in the eye to eye and know that